Hey guys, John from the John Muir Show here, and on today's edition of the John Muir Show, we listed off several of the ways in which the Democrat Party is trying to essentially rig the 2020 presidential election. We noted that you have had elite leftists in the past few years calling for getting rid of the Electoral College, that they're talking about wanting to let illegal aliens, convicted felons, children vote in our federal elections. I mean, the stuff they've been throwing out there is absolutely absurd. I mean, there's a reason that we have these things in place. They are long-standing traditions, long-standing institutions that have been incredibly successful in the United States of America. These things have been working well for some time. I mean, we're talking about stuff that's been working incredibly well for centuries in the United States of America. So it seems that there is no legitimate reason to try and get rid of things like the Electoral College. It seems incredibly obvious that the only reason that so many folks on the left, especially in the elite left, do want to get rid of things like the Electoral College is because they want to get rid of anything that they believe might not end up going in their favor in 2020 and beyond. And it's so incredibly shameful that these Democrats are so selfish, they're so self-serving, they're so short-sighted in being so quick to write off things like the Electoral College that have worked so well for so long. You see, Democrats, they haven't stopped with the things I've just listed. There are plenty of things that they're trying to do to stack the deck against Donald Trump and conservatives in 2020. One of those things is happening out in the state of California. Just last week, you had the far-left Democrat governor in California, Gavin Newsom, signing into law a measure that would prohibit President Trump from appearing on 2020 ballots in California if President Trump does not first publicly release his tax return information. I mean, this is totally absurd. Keep in mind, there is no law in the United States of America that requires any candidate for presidential office or someone serving as the president of the United States to publicly disclose their private tax information. If those individuals, as law-abiding U.S. citizens, want their privacy, if they do not want to make that personal information available to the entire public, well, you know what? They don't have to. They are not required to, and it's so disgusting what they're doing out in California. I mean, it's abundantly clear that they know that it's going to be incredibly difficult to beat Donald Trump in 2020, so now they're trying to say, oh, you know what? We don't even want to give him a chance to appear on the ballot. We don't even want people in our state who might vote for Donald Trump. We don't even want to give them a chance to vote for the person that they want to be president of the United States from 2021 to 2025. I mean, it's just so disgusting, the lengths that these Democrats are resorting to in their efforts to beat Trump in 2020. And look, quite frankly, I would have no problem if the Democrats would be trying to go about defeating Trump in 2020 the right way. I mean, beat him fair and square at the ballot box in November 2020. If you can do that, hey, you know what? More power to you. You know, that is the route they should be pursuing. Ever since the Democrats were embarrassed when they lost to Trump in November of 2016, you know what the Democrats should have done? They should have reflected. They should have said, look, okay, this was on us. We lost this election. Trump beat us fair and square. So you know what we need to start doing immediately? We need to start crafting a platform that appeals to those voters, those swing voters who went Trump, who went Republican instead of Democrat in 2016. Come up with a policy-based platform where you propose meaningful solutions to the real problems facing the United States of America and its people, and take to the road and pitch that to the people and see if that is good enough to beat Trump in 2020. That's what the Democrats should have done, but of course that's not what the Democrats have done. Instead, Democrats have spent the past near 3 years trying to undo, trying to delegitimize the free and fair election victory that Donald Trump earned back in 2016. They haven't been even pretending to trying to find meaningful solutions to the real problems here in the United States of America. And as a result, they know that it's going to be a pretty tough task to try and beat Trump in 2020 since they don't have an actual message that appeals to average Americans that they can run on in 2020. So instead, they're trying to stack the deck. They're trying to eliminate the Electoral College. They're trying to let felons and illegal aliens vote. They're trying to keep Trump off the ballot, for goodness sake, and not even give people, American citizens, an opportunity to vote for the person they might want to vote for. It is all so disgusting, and we cannot allow Democrats to do this stuff. We cannot allow them to try and make up for their lack of an appealing platform by destroying all these mechanisms and institutions and policies that have worked for the longest time in the United States of America. I know that the Democrats out there, they're looking for this free pass because they have been failing the United States of America in recent years, but that's a free pass, Democrats, that you are not going to get. And that's all the time that we have for today, but tune into the John Muir Show each and every weekday, 8:40 a.m. on WTAQ, 9 a.m. WSAU and WHBL. Till next time, I'm out.